Hello guys, so today we'll be looking at the best artifact sets for low adventure rank players. So if you're under adventure rank 20, the best sets for you would be the Adventurer, Lucky Dog, and Traveling Doctor. Now these three sets you'll be getting off of random chests all over the map, exploring and bosses, etc. So these ones are good for that adventure rank because, and I wouldn't suggest four piecing them. I just suggest you guys to two piece mix and match them. As for example, I did a two piece adventurer with traveling doctor, which gives me about 20% more incoming healing bonus and an additional 1000 HP. So that's always good to have. But after, once you're in your adventure rank, say early 20s all the way till 45, these are the best 4-star artifact sets or 3-star sets that you should have. So, first up is the Resolution of Sojourner. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but this is one of the more better sets for the 4-star and 3-star options because the 2-piece set bonus gives you more attack percent and the 4-piece gives you a more increases charge attack crit rate by 30%. So this is something you put on a bow character like say Amber or even Faruzan if you get her early on in the game. Next up is Tiny Miracle. I wouldn't really suggest this set for anyone as the bonuses are not too great. The only time I'd ever suggest to use this is if you're using it as a single piece and its substat, and stats are very good. Now, next up is the Berserker set. Now, the Berserker set is one of the best sets for it in among the 3 stars and 4 stars because the two-piece set gives you 12% crit rate and the four-piece set gives you 24% extra crit rate if your HP is below 70, which is rather a high chance you'll have your HP below 70 at, at those adventure ranks. So totally this set gives you 36% crit rate, which is very useful to have in the game. Next up on the set is Instructor set. Now the Instructor set is something you'd give on a swirl based character. Assume you lost your 50-50 to Jean or another swirl based character early on in the game. You can use this set on them because it gives you, the two piece gives you an 80% elemental mastery and the four piece gives you a lot more elemental mastery to all your party members if you trigger an elemental reaction. So assume you swirl Hydro, Pyro, whatever. So you get more elemental mastery, which allows you to deal more damage. Next up is the Exile set and the Defend as well. The reason I'm clubbing these two is they're not too great, and the only time you'd ever use them is when you're using them for their two-piece set bonuses. Next up on the list is the Braveheart set. And the Braveheart set is another good 3-star and 4-star artifact set because Braveheart at 2-piece, you get more attack percent. At 4-piece, your damage is increased by 30% for opponents with more than 50% of HP. So it's a great exploration set. Next up is the Martial Artist set. So the 2-piece gives you 15% more normal and charged attack damage, and the 4-piece gives you that after you use an elemental skill, your normal and charged attack are increased. Damage are increased by 25% for 8 seconds, which is rather good to have. Next up are the last two, 3-star and 4-star artifact sets, which is the Gambler and the Scholar set. The Gambler is not something I'd advise using as a 4-piece, but its 2-piece is rather very good where it increases your elemental skill damage by 20%. And the Scholar also has a 2-piece where you use it to get more energy recharge. Now, one should always look at the set effects later on. What you really do want to look at is your artifact main stat and substats when building a character. And if you do get the right main stat and substat with these artifact sets, they are something to consider while building your characters early on in the game. Have fun exploring Genshin. Bye bye. Do like, share, and subscribe.